Cody Cook here at Freedom Fest with Keith Knight. Keith Knight, how you doing? Libertarian Institute?
I'm doing very well, sir. Thank you so much for having me. Such great neighbors being next to the Libertarian Christian Institute. There's always an excellent conversation to have, very open-minded, always stimulating. We really appreciate being next to you guys here.
Yeah, this is the place to be. This is the hot corner of the Freedom Fest right now.
Yeah.
And so what's your latest book?
My latest book is titled Domestic Imperialism, 9 Reasons I Left Progressivism. Basically, there is a false dichotomy that progressives, neocons, and the like will frequently use. And the dichotomy is there are 2 ways we can achieve our ends. There are things we could do alone by ourselves, and there are things we can do collectively. Now notice, if you ever attempt to do anything by yourself, say you're just reading a book alone in your house, well, you didn't chop down the tree to make the paper. You didn't make the ink. You didn't write the book. You didn't ship the book to your house. You didn't generate the electricity in your house. So there's no such thing as really doing something by yourself. At every moment of existence, we are constantly engaged in activities which other people are affecting. So the true dichotomy that we're trying to get across to people at the Libertarian Institute is there's 2 ways to achieve your ends in the world. Through the concept of volunteerism, this would be any time you persuade someone to do something, any realm of voluntary exchange, mutually beneficial, or the realm of coercion. This would be where you advocate violence or threats thereof in order to achieve your ends. So this book is I want to say 15 years of research summarized for the lay audience as to my justifications for leaving statism, progressivism, and embracing the non-aggression principle or the voluntarist principle.
And you mentioned voluntarist. You're also the editor of the Voluntarist Handbook, which is one of your last books, which I read and is excellent. It's a wonderful collection of materials to introduce yourself to those ideas. So Libertarian Institute, people can find you where?
At libertarianinstitute.org.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Keith.
I appreciate it.
I'm here with Scott Horton, guy who's got foreign policy knowledge that's dizzying. I can't keep up with all the information you've got. Your most recent book is?
Provoked.
And
right here.
Subtitle is?
How Washington started the new Cold War with Russia and the Catastrophe in Ukraine.
So, and you're sort of on the cutting edge of all what's going on in foreign policy. What do you think the hot new war for the summer is going to be? You think they're finally going to do Iran, or do you think they're going to put us somewhere else? What's going on?
I'm bullish on Iran. I know today, as we're recording this, I'm going to have to eat my words before the sun goes down, and there are a lot of threats that Israel's going to start a war, including today, but I tend to think that that's not true. I mean, it would be the most blatant and obvious aggressive intervention since, at least they had some kind of fake lie of an excuse for bombing Libya or something. This would be outright Japanese Pearl Harbor attack, unjustified criminal aggression by the United States and Israel against Iran, when Iran clearly does not want to fight. They don't have a nuclear weapons program. They have a latent nuclear deterrent. They've proven that they can enrich uranium, but they're not making nukes. And even Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence, reconfirmed that in February. So there is no direct nuclear weapons threat. And even if they did have nukes, it doesn't mean that they're about to launch an aggressive war with them that we have to preempt. So the whole thing is fake and completely unjustified.
Do you think Trump administration 2 is going to be maybe not non-interventionist, but the first administration was kind of quieter than a lot of them were? Do you think?
We'll see. The big flaw, of course, is Zionism. So Netanyahu wants to take southern Lebanon, parts of Syria, wants to take all of Palestine, including cleanse the West Bank and annex all the West Bank and Gaza Strip, and he wants us to bomb Iran for him. How far Trump goes down those different paths remains to be seen.
That relationship with Israel can get us into trouble sometimes.
It's nothing but trouble.
Right. Well, Scott, thanks for talking to us. The new book is Provoked.
Yep.
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
5 minutes later.
All right. Well, look, I'm an idiot. I was told yesterday by people who know that this was definitely going to happen today. But I thought, first of all, the Ayatollah doesn't want to fight. And he's been willing to negotiate on reasonable terms. And Trump is in the middle of negotiations right now. So our choices are either Trump is willing to tell Netanyahu to go ahead and start a war on our behalf and almost certainly drag us into the thing, while he's in the middle of negotiating, supposedly in good faith with them. Or Netanyahu's doing this despite Trump telling him, you better not, because I'm in the middle of talks. I think that's less likely. I think it's much more likely, the former explanation. That's just completely insane and just treacherous, horrible behavior, and completely unnecessary about a country who clearly had no intent to make nuclear weapons unless we force this issue. And this attack today is the thing most likely to convince the Ayatollah to go ahead and make nukes, or his successor to go ahead and make nuclear weapons after all, when they have not done so this whole time, willing to settle for essentially a latent nuclear deterrent, showing that they could make them, but don't make me make one. So this is just horrible. It's only just begun at the time we're recording this. I don't know the extent of the attack and whether they're going to try to completely decimate Natanz and Fordo and the rest, whether they're going to kill the Ayatollah or what they're going to do. But it's almost certain to be a catastrophe. And it's pretty depressing to know how little effect every bit of the truth I told about this for the last 15, 20 years has mattered in the end, you know?
That's what it is. Thanks, Scott. Good luck.